After doing a little bit of research, I found a 2.1 channel 5-volt board, and I was impressed with how much sound you can get from just using a cell phone charger and a cell phone battery out of a little Jambox here. And so, four speakers on it, an internal sub. I was impressed with how low voltage can still get a decent sound. But it got me thinking, was there some other options out there that maybe I could get a little more full sound? And I'll give you the breakdown of these two boards now. The first board I used was this one from Parts Express. I think it was about $10. It includes a on-off switch with the volume and also a bass volume knob. Comes with a 3.5 millimeter input, and this one also has the Bluetooth already incorporated on the board there. And I think that's one of the factors of what I was experiencing as a little bit of an issue here. It is 2.1 channels. The point 0.1 channel is not really a true sub channel. It goes to about 100 hertz and then rolls off. And so it's a band pass, so it rolls off just above 100 hertz and rolls off sharply right below 100 hertz, but not really a true bass channel per se. So when I was incorporating this nice fancy 6-order bandpass sub internally here, I'm not getting a lot of use out of it with this. So my thoughts started going towards where I wonder if there's anything out there that's similar, but maybe offers a full sub channel. And I found this one online. I think I got it through Walmart.com. Both of these were also on AliExpress too. I think that I found them even cheaper if you wanted to go that route. But similar thing, it's got them older style volume pots on it here. This one does have on and off and volume, and this one is bass volume level. Still has the 3.5 millimeter, but it does not include the Bluetooth side of things. And so the whole amp chip and everything's going strictly for the input from the 3.5 millimeter, where this other one is sharing it. I added another little power connector to see if I could power a Bluetooth board with this one, and it knocked down the dynamics and the volume so much, and I was getting distortion and static. So I quickly am just going to adjust it to where I am only going to use the 3.5 millimeter. But the sub channel sounds like it is full range, or at least nearly to it. They're both 5 watts for the left and right channel and 10 watts for the amp. The only way I could think that they're getting that number, when I bought the suggested plug from Parts Express, they do have a 6-volt 3 amp one here that would get you, I guess, close to 18 watts if you're playing with numbers there. And so maybe it gets these close to 20, but I think we're probably exaggerating those numbers a little bit. But once I get this installed and everything, I'm going to try and do an A and B test, maybe with some R.E.W measurements, to see what the real differences are. But hopefully this will work out, and I'll be able to kind of show and notice the difference between the two. Well, the final verdict of these two amp boards that I used in Jambox is that both of them have their pros and cons. I will hopefully get up on the screen a R.E.W measurement for both of these. The weakness on the Parts Express one is the roll off at 100 hertz. It does stay linear throughout most of the mid-range and the treble, but they have a band pass that really shuts it down at 100 hertz and rolls off really quickly. With the Walmart amp, it does have a deeper bass extension, but it has quite a dig out at around 200 hertz, which is very noticeable. So deeper bass extension, but with a dig out like that, it's very noticeable. It thins out the lower mid range and upper bass a lot. This one does include the Bluetooth module on the board, but if you use the auxiliary jack, it disables the Bluetooth, so you can use it either one way or the other, or somehow have access to the 3.5 millimeter jack on the board, which I couldn't work that out. This one does not have Bluetooth, but it still worked fine with just the 3.5 millimeter input. It was a little more finicky about the power supply. I ended up with this older Samsung power supply. When I switched out a few different ones, including this one recommended by Parts Express, I would get noise and get like a ground loop hum for some reason. But this is a 2.4 amp power supply, 5 volts, and it works fine, and there's no hum. So I'm not sure about why it's so finicky. But pros and cons, again, a little deeper bass extension with a dig out, a little more linear extension with this board, with a roll off at 100 hertz. So use them as you see fit here. Been a fun little adventure here, and I hope you enjoyed it.